She drinks every day. This last couple of weeks, she's been at the bar every single night, except for maybe 1 or 2 days. She had a CPS investigating us, and because she had the house nasty and stuff like that, dirty.
How much are you paid?
Huh?
How much are you paid?
He's paid like $52 an hour.
Suit affecting the parent-child relationship.
What are the names of the children in this case?
It's Donnie Aguilar the third, Joshua Aguilar, Araceli Aguilar, and Ileana Aguilar.
All right. Who do those children live with?
They live with me.
How long have they lived with you?
Since they were born.
All right. Did you and Miss Aguilar live together at some point?
Yes, sir. We're married for 20 years.
Okay. When did the two of you stop living together?
In February
of this year?
Yes, sir. Of this year.
Okay. Who should determine the primary residence of the children going forward?
I should. I do.
Why should it be you instead of Miss Aguilar?
I've had the kids since February, and like I said, she had a CPS investigating us, and because she had the house nasty and stuff like that, dirty. She wouldn't take care of the kids the way she was supposed to. Wouldn't come home, things like that, and then she's got these other things going on with the state board of nursing that with her appeal deal that's going on and things like that. So I just want to make sure that my kids are safe and have a stable home.
Okay, you covered a lot there, so let me break that down a little bit. You mentioned that CPS was called at some point. Why was CPS called? Because
Laura had called the sheriff's department on me because I wouldn't give her back her laptop until the house was clean, is what she had stated. But they came over here and everything like that. She left with them. I called her back the next day, come back home because the kids need their mom, and I was trying to do everything I could to keep us together, but it just didn't happen. I gave her an ultimatum in February. I said, either quit drinking or get out, because she was out drinking and driving with my son and my daughter.
In today's explosive custody battle, a father claims his children's safety is at stake after years of turmoil. Allegations of late-night drinking, CPS investigations, and even workplace theft swirl around the mother.
So you said that Miss Aguilar called CPS on you?
No, sir. She called the sheriff's department on us.
Okay.
And the sheriff's department had then called CPS.
Okay. And why did the sheriff's department call CPS?
Because they seen the house, how dirty it was and everything. They wanted to make sure the kids were safe.
Okay, so the house was dirty, and so were you living there at the time?
No, sir. I was living in an RV in the back, just to kind of keep the conflict down to a minimal, between me and Laura, because we had been fighting quite a bit.
Okay, so you're saying Miss Aguilar kept the house in a, I guess, not livable condition, and CPS was called?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay, what was wrong with the house?
Everything. We had dishes piled up. I have a video of it. We had dishes piled up, but all on the sink. The floors were dirty. Laundry was piled up in the back. There wasn't any food in the fridge, things like that.
Okay, what was the result of the CPS investigation?
I started getting back in the home, and I started, cleaning up, doing whatever I could, painting, repairing things that need to be repaired, little minor things, and they did in the house, that it was fine. The kids had everything they needed, and so they closed the case on us, and I think it was February 15th. It's when they closed the case on us. And
okay, and so that you got back in the house after Miss Aguilar left?
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned a incident of drunk driving. When did that occur?
It was on February the 3rd.
Of this year?
Yes, sir, of this year.
Was Miss Aguilar arrested for
No, she was
driving?
It was just she got home that afternoon, and you tell she had been drinking. She had just out there, and then those beer cans all in the car and stuff like that. And my son had told me already she had been drinking.
Notice how the father remains composed as he explains the CPS involvement. Rather than embellish the situation, he presents facts: the messy home, the sheriff's visit, and his own efforts to clean up and stabilize the household.
Has Miss Aguilar ever been arrested before for a DUI?
No.
Okay. And you mentioned also that she was under some kind of investigation through her work. Sir. What's going on there?
Through the state board of nursing, to the state.
Okay. What's she under investigation for?
For pill theft.
What did she allegedly take?
I don't recall right offhand. I know it was like a bunch of narcotics. It was hydrocodone, oxycodone, fentanyl.
Okay. In your opinion, does Miss Aguilar have some drug issues?
I don't think she has drug issues. I think she has money issues or something, because I don't think she's on drugs, but I know the drinking is an issue. That's my biggest part of it, is drinking, because, like I say, I just want to make sure my kids are safe.
Okay. Do the two of you communicate at all regarding the children then?
Hardly any. Whenever we do, it's usually ends up in an argument. So we don't. I try not to talk to her as much as I can, but it's tough.
Okay. Who's been making all of the day-to-day decisions for the children?
I have.
Who's been making sure they get to school on time?
I have.
Who's been taking them to the doctor?
I have.
What involvement has Miss Aguilar had with the children the past 7 months?
None.
Okay. When was the last time she had any kind of visit with the children?
She hasn't.
Hasn't seen them at all in
She's
7 months?
she's seen them, but I mean, it's been 5 minutes at a time. On my daughter's graduation in May, the week or that weekend before, I had invited her. I said, hey, come over here and spend some time with the kids, and do some of this stuff with the graduation things. It's a busy week, so I said, meet me up here at the school, and whether the kids like it or not. So I want you to.
Visual evidence like the video of piled dishes and an empty fridge is powerful in family court. Judges often place more weight on objective proof than verbal accusations. This moment shows that photographs or recordings can tip the balance when parental neglect is in question, especially when children's living conditions are scrutinized.
My daughter said on that.
All right. And just for clarity, y'all have an older daughter that's over
Yes,
18 and has now graduated,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Okay. What visitation do you want Miss Aguilar to have?
Visitation, like I said, it's got to be supervised or something like that, then to kind of give the kids some kind of, time period, to get used to her again, because they feel like, she kind of abandoned them, which she did, and I mean, it's rightful, for them to feel that, and they really don't want to spend any one-on-one time with her, so they want to, if they have to, then I would say, supervise, and then, probably just like a few hours here, a few hours there until they get used to her again. And then, if she gets some help and, can stay sober, then I wouldn't mind them staying overnight with her. Cause I mean, it's 5 kids. I mean, it's a lot to deal with.
What concerns do you have regarding visitation?
Just that she'll drink and drive with my kids. It's and something bad will happen to them.
What safety concerns do you have with Miss Aguilar in general for you or for your children?
Just the drinking. Like I say, she drinks every day. This last couple of weeks, she's been at the bar every single night. Except for maybe 1 or 2 days. I mean, and that's just crazy. I mean, I don't. That's my biggest thing.
How do you know that?
I've seen her.
Seen her at the bar?
We got pictures of her car and everything at the same bar. 3 nights in a row, at another bar. One night, and then at a lot of these restaurants where she's they go out and eat. She drinks on the clock all the time. Lunchtime she'll be. What was it right before school started? She was at a restaurant there in Plainview, Leal's, and she came out to the car, drunk, giving me.
Allegations of narcotics theft under investigation by the State Board of Nursing add another layer of seriousness. Even if the father clarifies he doesn't think she's abusing drugs, the fact that her professional integrity is under review can sway the court's perception.
And so would she go back to work after that?
I assume she would some days, because she did the same thing when she was living with me. She would go to work and say she was at work when she'd be out at the bar drinking and things like that. It's been an ongoing deal. It's been progressing quite a bit. So that's whenever I said, we've got to stop. Something's got to change.
All right. Do you have any concerns about her having your address, your phone number, other contact information?
No, she's got all that stuff either way. You know what? I try to keep her in the loop on the kids stuff, so I try to do that, but I just can't have any, contact with her because she's physical contact, because I don't know what she's gonna do.
Okay. So do you have concerns about meeting up with her for pickup and drop off?
As long as she's, within arm's reach away from me, I'm fine. I don't think she's gonna try to do anything like crazy like that, like lunge at me or something. But I mean,
It's not an opportunity for you to give testimony, but to ask Mr. Aguilar questions about what he just testified to.
No.
Okay. Mr. Blackburn?
Call Miss Aguilar, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Aguilar, will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Ma'am, what is your full name?
Laura Aguilar,
And
or Laura Luna Aguilar.
you're the mother of the children?
Yes.
All right. Is it correct that the children have been living solely with Mr. Aguilar for the last 7 months approximately?
Yes, since February.
Okay. Do you have any issues with him determining the primary residence of the children going forward?
I don't.
For what it's worth, Your Honor, I'll
When a father suggests supervised visitation, he isn't pushing for complete estrangement. He's proposing a cautious reintroduction. Courts favor parents who prioritize the child's emotional well-being over personal grudges.
Aguilar.
No.
All right, State's Exhibit 3 is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Aguilar, do you have any issues with Mr. Aguilar having your address, your phone number, that sort of thing?
No, he already knows where I live at, so.
Do you have any safety concerns with him or with anybody else?
I just don't want to be anywhere near him for sure.
Why is that?
We had an incident back in like Easter. It was around Easter. I mean, I have that police report included. That's why I'm not going to be anywhere near him.
What happened?
Well, I went to go take the kids their Easter baskets and all for Easter. And I was able to leave after he spit in my face. He walked away.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say, ma'am?
No.
All right. So, ma'am, I've done some calculations here for child support. I've calculated a pro rata amount for the insurance that you carry for the children at $465. And I've added up your amounts from your W-2s. That gives me a monthly gross of $10,056.74. That leads me to a calculation for child support of $2,548.20. Do you have any reason to disagree with paying that amount in child support?
No, that's fine.
All right, I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Aguilar, do you have any questions of Miss Aguilar about what she testified to?
Yes, ma'am, I do. If they had called, if you had made a police report on that, why didn't the police come and question me anything about spitting in your face or anything like that? Is that the same day that